because you're up. And the great thing about network marketing and what we do is the business can be 24 hours, 7 days a week if you want it to. Those who are looking or have a goal in mind. All right, got folks, give me 1 second. Let me stop all the controls here. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so it's Saturday and you're here ready for an IBO training. So folks, just give you my background. Me and my wife, Wanda, we've been involved in this industry now. 2 months from now, we will be 7 years in the network marketing industry. It's been absolutely phenomenal. We've been full-time networkers for the past 7 years. When we first started in our first company, we launched our business. We did it very, very fast. And I was always asked in between when I became a top earner over there is, if you had to do it all over again, like God forbid we had to do it again, but if you had to do it all over again, what would you do different? And my answer, I really didn't have really a different answer. My answer was always, I would probably try to do it a little bit more faster every single time. The goal is always to do it faster, right? You want to make money, you want to create the residual income, you want to get financial freedom. Our goal is always to do it fast. I hope that's what you have in mind, because in network marketing, I will tell you, you have one shot to really launch your business successfully, to give yourself some momentum to blast off to Chairman, to blast off to Chairman 25 and beyond. All right. Momentum is everything when it comes to network marketing. So for those that don't know me, my name is Randy Webb, Chairman 25 in I Am Mastery Academy, along with my wife, Wanda Webb. We've now gone on 7 years in the industry. My previous background prior to network marketing, I had no experience whatsoever. I flew C-130s as a tactical airlift pilot. I was an aircraft commander, deployed crazy places like Afghanistan, Iraq, you name it, anywhere in the Middle East, I've probably been there. I remember being away from my family, and this is where I'm going to talk about the mindset of sacrifice is, I was away from my family anywhere from 4 months to 8 months out of the year. And I know when I say that, most people are like, what does that mean? When I was away from my family, that means I probably called home maybe once or twice a week, if I could. But most time I was out doing missions for the military. So, limited contact back home for the family. So I was away, gone 4 months straight. So you could imagine that mindset that we have, that was sacrifice. That was sacrifice away from the family for the greater good, for this country and everything. So it's weird because I felt that network marketing, when we rolled into it, there was nothing that I couldn't do here that I hadn't already done. The only difference was I was serving and fighting for freedom for the country versus now, today I fight for freedom for other families and obviously for financial freedom for my family as well too. So I'm going to talk about some of those things that benefited us over time. And if those are some things that you can do, we're going to show you how you can create a six-figure or multiple six-figure income over the next 12 months, if not 90 days of doing this, if you really decide to go all in for real and make a decision. That's the only difference between anyone on this call that's a chairman right now and someone who is not a chairman, someone who says, forget it, I'm going all in, I'm going to get to the top by any means necessary. It doesn't matter who I got to call, how many times I got to call them, how many people I need to mentor, where I need to travel to the ends of this land. We're going to get it done, that mentality. So we're going to talk a lot about mindset and really how to propel yourself fast in 90 days. So no experience, folks. We came over in our first company, and I'll tell you, I had, when I looked at the income disclosure statement over there, I got excited because I seen 7 figures. I seen an income that wasn't in the military comp plan. All right, the military comp plan, to make 6 figures, you had to be a general, first of all, okay, to make 6 figures in the military. And so when I've seen that 6 figures or above, and then at the top of that comp plan there, it was 7 figures, I got fired up. I said, there's no amount of work that I cannot do, okay? So I was willing to put in whatever they required, I wanted to do it. And so I remember starting off, I had belief. Right? If I can tell you anything, I don't care if you don't know nothing right now. If you can believe something at face value and have belief and run like your hair is on fire, you will win every single time in network marketing. But the thing that stifles a majority of people is when they come in, and I get it, they have to know everything. And I get that. We have a sense of we want some caution. We do have to know everything. And that's why you're seeing in this company so many young folks, right? They're going fast. They're hitting the ranks, and you're wondering what happened. They took it at face value. They took the value. They said, I believe what I'm seeing. People are hitting these levels, so it's got to be true, so I'm running with it. And they're running, okay? While most people, they are trying to learn everything before they actually produce something, and in turn never produce anything, okay? So I will tell you, my last company, I ran with my hair on fire. Thank God it worked. It was real. I took vacation. I went around the world. A lot of people got involved, created a lot of six-figure income earners in that round of business. And I believe that I gained a lot of experience. It was part of my journey. Fast forward, joined IM in January of 2018, okay? And here we are. We had to relaunch again, and I'll tell you, there was nothing different than the way that we launched the first time, except I had way more experience, and I was very knowledgeable about what I was doing when we launched. So I'm going to talk about some of those things, like making a list, right? In this business can be almost invisible. Listen, you have an invisible business if you don't have a names list written down right now. Okay. If you don't have a names list written down right now, you have an invisible business, meaning it's not really there. It can disappear at the thought, meaning if you forget about it, then it's a forgotten business because you don't have it on paper. Okay. So one of the things I've always done is I wrote down a list. I remember back when my Facebook didn't have 5,000 people on it, and I didn't have 5,000 followers on top of the people that were on there. At one time, I remember only having maybe 2,000 people on there. Most of them I knew from the military, a little bit from my past, and that was about it. And I remember writing those names down on a piece of paper, name by name, and then just having in thought that I'm going to contact them one day about my business in some shape or form. They used to call me the green dot assassin. It was back when you can see when people were active on Facebook, so they would have a green dot right next to them, which meant they were in front of their computer. They were typing. And so anytime I seen a green dot, literally this is the hunger that I had, I would send them a message. Hey, how you doing right now? And my ultimate goal when I sent them a message was just to expose them to the opportunity, expose them to the video. Didn't matter how I did it. And at that time, I will tell you folks, I wasn't trained. Right? I hadn't had a top earner. I hadn't had someone fast start me. There was no one. I had to read through a lot of different things starting off, and I just was excited about getting to 7 figures. You see, when you want something so bad, the brain will figure it out regardless if you have the proper information or not. And that's how I know who I'm looking for, right? When we go out looking for leadership out here, is that people who are really going to get to chairman, right? They already have a chairman mindset. They're going to figure the solution out that they need. They're going to be solution oriented and not problem oriented. What is problem oriented? You present me a problem, right? Problem oriented people will present you a problem without giving you a solution. Okay. I want you to switch that up today. And if you want a chairman mindset, you need to be solution oriented, meaning when I present the problem, I already have the solution in place. That's what, like, you don't have an upline. You can operate from this moment right now. I want everybody to have ownership at this moment. Today, I want you to claim it's my business, and whatever happens to my business is because of me, regardless. It wasn't my upline. It wasn't my sideline. It wasn't the company. It wasn't this person. I want you to take all responsibility of your business, regardless of what you may feel it could be. Because when you claim that ownership, what you do is you get rid of external sources being the cause of your success or failure. I think that network marketing, it's difficult because most people lack taking ownership for it because of so many structures in place. Yes, you do have an upline. Yes, you do have someone who probably can build a portion of your business. Yes, you do have someone who can probably do 3-way calls for you all day long. Yes, you have all those things, but I can tell you that someone who goes chairman, they don't go chairman by accident. There is no chairman in IM Mastery Academy that is there by accident. All of them are there by their activity, okay? By their routine, by their habits. And our goal today, over the next 90 days, let's call this a chairman boot camp. Over the next 90 days, I want you not only to run toward chairman, but I want you to start changing your habits to where you have that lifestyle as a chairman and have chairman habits. So we're going to jump into some information right here. How to go chairman in 90 days, folks. IBO training, teach you from the basics, how to invite, right? Obviously, having your referral link. If you don't got your referral link right now, there ain't no business you're going to build, okay? So When we came over to IM Mastery Academy, all I did, folks, is I went through my list. I contacted a lot of people. I'm going to give you the how-tos. I invited. And the great thing about IM Mastery Academy, there is no tricky invite, okay? There's nothing that I have to hide from people. I can tell them that it's Forex. I can tell them that we make money from our phone. Those are actually pluses. Hey, I can tell you, you don't have to recruit or sell with what we do, and I can teach you how to get paid by some of the top people that are inside of our company. Do you want to hear about it? Okay, some simple things. So really the root cause of what we're going to get down to in what we do today is really, when we look at it, if you could assess where you're at in your business today and where you want to be at, the only difference you're not where you want to be at is the amount of people that you've already contacted. Most people will feel that they're working a lot because they do busy work. Okay, busy work is you're going to recreate your list again. Okay, busy work, Wilfred, I know you keep on clicking remote here. I'm gonna have to remove you if I keep on seeing remote access requests because it's getting in front of my screen here. Okay, most people do busy work. Okay, and busy work is I make a new names list again. Okay, for the 10th time. Right, I'm gonna go over these videos again to get myself motivated. All right, I'm gonna read this book again. That's busy work. Okay, you got to take action work. You know, we call it income producing activity. Income producing activity is showing people the video, showing people the presentation, going out and prospecting for your next chairman that's going to come into your business because you believe that. And so you're collecting numbers so that you can later expose those people as well too, okay? That's action work. That's work that's going to produce income inside your business. So we're going to focus on those activities alone, not busy work. Okay, that the extra work is developing yourself, which is good. You need 10 minutes to about an hour a day only for personal development, and then you shift on so that you can start the rest of your day, include activities. So here's how we're going to start this off, folks. We're going to go over here topic-wise. Obviously, we're going to show you where your referral link is at. If you don't know where your referral link, you can't enroll anybody. So we'll walk through the back office, show you your referral link. Then we're going to talk about how to actually launch your business. Now, when I talk about launching your business, I want you to think in mind, we're going to talk about duplication. Okay? Duplication is key in network marketing. It's either duplicate or die. Meaning, if you leave from your business one day, can your business sustain without you being there? For example, can my business sustain without me being there? Are there people building the organization right now, right, while I'm talking to you guys? Yes, there are, right? We have chairmen, we have platinum leaders that are in their markets right now and they're building. Well, most will probably be on the call now with their people, but they're building. They're in different markets. So you want to make sure that you duplicate so that other people can do what you do and they can do it very simple. So we're going to talk about launching your biz and creating a sustainable system that you don't need to be there. Meaning I teach you how to do it. You don't need me anymore. You go off and you start building your own organization. And then we're going to talk about the rule, sponsor 15, help 3, and develop 10 of them to get the Platinum 1000. And then we're going to talk about a very powerful thing called building through. You can hear it said in so many shapes and forms. We call it tap rooting, okay, recruiting through, or building through. Okay, that's when maybe you might have a customer that does not plan on building, but you can get them, you know, you want them to refer some folks. So, hey, I just want to see if I can refer your fees. Who do you know that is this, that is that? And you get their mind rolling. Now, this is going to be something that you're grabbing through people. Okay, it's called building through. And then we're going to talk about the back office utilization. Now, here's your referral link. So this is our old website, still the same. When you go out, log into im.academy, I want you to go down to where it says my website if you're an IBO, okay? And then this second link, I don't use the first link. Don't use the first link, okay? Use the second link because that's going to take them directly to the application. Now, what I'll tell you right now, with sometimes our system flags folks, what I'm going to suggest to each and every one of you, have paper applications on you at all times. Anytime that you show up to an appointment, first of all, the people are signing up. You already have it in your head that they're signing up. They're a new member. That's how you walk into the meeting, first of all, okay? There's no reason why this person is not going to sign up with me. So have the application in hand. You could even have their name already written on the application, okay? Especially if something happens with the link. So this is how you get your referral link, customer or IBO. If you're a customer, it's going to say referral link. If you're an IBO, it's going to say my website, and then always use the second link because that's going to send them directly to the app. So here's how a system starts off. So for those that are brand new, If you're brand new on here, I want to fast start you and get you going. If you're brand new, first things first, I want you to write down 10 to 30 individuals, people that you feel you trust, okay? You don't have a list. I want everybody to do this, right? This is a reset moment. We are all relaunching today. We're looking for that brand new chairman in our organization. So brand new, 10 to 30 people on a piece of paper right now, right? I want you to write them down, first name, last name, phone number. Don't have a list in your phone. That doesn't count. That's not what's going to make you work. I promise you. And I want you to put this list every day where when you wake up, you come sit at your desk, or it's up on your wall in your room, wherever you wake up and you're going to see it first. I want you to put that list right there, because that's your work. That's you being a good boss to yourself. The thing that's hard about network marketing is very difficult to be a good boss to ourselves, right? No one's going to smooth us over more than we're going to smooth ourselves, right? You get up out of the bed and you say, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit later because this is up, because I got this and I got that. You're going to tell yourself all these different excuses, and that is not going to grow your team. That is not what's going to make you go fast. So every day you are grinding, because you want other people to do exactly what you're doing, okay? If one person is just working and you got, let's say, 30 or 100 people on your team, that's not network marketing. Okay, you need at least 20%, if not more, of your team at minimum working to show other customers. And that's what's going to get you the exponential growth. Okay, so you want at some point 400, 500, 1,000 people joining your team per month, but that will not happen if you don't already create the sustainable habits right now for yourself. Okay, so write down 10 to 30 people that you trust, that have at least 2 or more jobs, or that is sick and tired of the one job that they have. Right? Write down all your friends. I don't care what type of friends you have. People will say, well, my friends are this and my friends are that. That's prejudging. No one cares about that. Write down your friends, your best friend. Put them on a piece of paper. Those are going to be your easy ones, okay? Because we're going to talk about taprooting or building through. Imagine getting a lot of customers that are automatic yeses. Do you realize that the people that you come in contact with, each one of them are going to have at least one person that they can sign up immediately, but it's going to be up to you to dig for it, right? It's going to be their best friend. It may be their mom. It may be their dad. It's going to be someone that's very close and that says, okay, I'll do it because it's you. Now, once you do that, here's where the process gets where you have to be skilled, because you may have to build through mom, okay? You may have to build through dad, right? I built through mom. Mom has brought several six-figure earners into my organization, okay? You may have to build through mom, dad, uncle, brother, sister. The person that you're personally recruiting may not be the person that's going to be the person you make that six-figure earner or seven-figure earner, okay? So that's why taprooting is so big, right? They always say every dud knows a stud, right? Someone who's not successful knows someone who's very successful. Right? Those who need more money in their life, maybe they're always talking about money. I need this, I need that, I don't have no time. You're going to expose them to the opportunity as well too. Okay. So most people think in the terms, I would hear this, well, my network is this and they're not this and they're not that. But you know what? Your network probably does know. They know someone who's successful that you don't know. They have a peripheral. They have people maybe at their jobs that are way more excited than them. And it's your goal to taproot through that and see if you can build through them. Then lastly, of course, number 5, we're all looking for natural leaders, top earners. People have done this before. Now, let me talk about this part. Right? If you're brand new and you have no results in this industry, I'm not saying that you can't go after someone who's been in the industry for a while or who's experienced, who's achieved. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but I'm saying when you do that, you better bring your A game or get them in front of the right person that will give them the comfort for them to say, hey, I'm willing to build with your organization. I'm willing to come over from this to that or whatever. Okay. So here's the system number 2. Okay. You get them to write down their list. 10 to 30 customers. Number 2, we have a system that we use with Legacy Worldwide. I just updated it today. It's very simple. Here's what's always been my goal, right? Having the end in mind. Most people will start something and I can tell that they don't have the end in mind. Meaning if you start something that you always have to be present at, you did not have the end in mind, right? You have to begin your business today, because everything is duplicated with the end in mind. However you start your business today will be how it's going to cascade down 100 levels from now. Why? Because the person that you got started is going to do exactly what you do. And when they do it, the person who they get started is going to do exactly what they do. And before you know it, it's already 10, 20 levels down of something you did a year ago. And you're like, I don't do it that way anymore. Here's the better system, but you've already duplicated it. So we're going to start off with a fresh start with the end in mind. Okay, so here is the system that we use to make this thing go fast. We have a Legacy Worldwide app that's in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, or you can go to legacyworldwide.net. It's a 10-step system. Steps 1 through 10, very simple. I'm going to talk about it in simple terms. We are in an app-based community now, right? Meaning everyone got their Droid or their iPhone and there's some type of app on it. Well, we have a Legacy Worldwide app that if you say, hey, I want you to go check out an app. It's called Legacy Worldwide. We have people that have been getting on this app, learning how to make money from their phone. I want you to just take a sneak peek at it. Matter of fact, download it. I want you to check out number 1, which is going to be a 3-minute video. It's Brandon Boyd going over what is Forex and kind of giving a quick overview in 3 minutes, okay? Kind of get them intrigued in it. And then have them, once they finish number 1, have them go over to number 2. Number 2 is a 10-minute video done by myself. It's going to walk them through the academy and everything, give them the overall full overview. And then at the end of that is what's special, because I want you to say this to them. Check out video number 1. It's going to give you a quick overview of what this really is and what the app is going to be about. Number 2 is going to give you an overview of the academy that people are really changing the game at. They're learning how to make money in different economies. But at the end of it, it's going to give you 3 options, okay? You can tell your prospect. At the end of video number 2 is going to give you 3 options. What I want you to do is get back to me and let me know if you're an A, B, or C. Guess what that does for them? That locks them in to see the entire video, okay? And now they're looking for, what is it at the end that I'm going to see, okay? So now you're able to get your folks to download this app. They have the app forever on their phone until they delete it. So they're always going to be exposed in some shape or form. They go through number 2. It says A, B, or C. Here's what A is. A means I'm ready to get started. I have no questions. Simple. B means I'm ready to get started, but I have questions. Now, let me give you a clue when someone says I'm a B, because it means several things. See, this is what I'm making it is a non-threat environment. It's an environment where you're not being salesy with them. They don't feel that you're pushing them in the system, but you are, okay, because you're getting an answer from them. So when they say B, it can mean several things. It can mean, I want to get started, but I don't have the money and I'm not going to tell you right now. Okay, but so I'm going to tell you that type of person, here's what's going to happen. They're going to say, I got questions. I'm a B. They're going to ask, what questions do you have? They're not going to really have any. If you want to hit it straight up front and say, hey, I get it. Tell a story about people not having the money before you go dip in, if you're good at storytelling. And then say, hey, if it's a money issue, no big deal. Let me know a date that you're comfortable with that we can get you started the right way. Okay, that's how you answer a B. And then you get a date on a piece of paper when you're going to call them back so that you can put them in the system. Okay, if someone says, I'm a C, leave them alone. Let them go, right? The reason you're going to do that is because it may intrigue them to come back. Why? Because they're going to feel like, wow, you just let me go that easy. Some people want to be sold, okay? Or they're looking for the sale. And when you don't sell them, they're saying, okay, this may be different than what I thought it was. So let us see. Cool. Thank you for your time. Thank you for taking a look. If you ever change your mind, feel free to come back. That's it. Okay, so in that video is A, B, or C. That's it. That's all you're doing is collecting an answer. Okay, and then number 3, guess what number 3 is? How to enroll. So your person can literally go 1, 2, now then 3. They say, I love it. They choose A. How do I enroll? It's going to tell them, go back to the person who referred you to this app and get their referral link. Okay, then they should be asking for the referral link, or they should be telling you the answer. So you'll send over your referral link. It's going to give them a step-by-step how to get into the system. And then number 4 is going to immediately fast start them. It's going to have them download all the proper apps, add themselves to the proper groups. Number 5 is going to show them how to use the apps. Number 6 is going to walk them through what's next. You don't have to do anything except download this and go through steps 1 through 10. That's it. I see that system as something that I'm not around, I can walk away, folks. I don't need to teach people, hey, boom, have them go 1 through 10. That's a system with the end in mind. You won't have to work your entire life, folks. We can show people that over and over and over again. The rest of that system is what I will tell you. In IM Mastery Academy, we have a lot of products that work. They all work, okay? The difference is you got to work them. So whatever product that you use, and I know we have a lot of different folks that are on here. So if you're not a part of the Legacy Worldwide group, whatever your group is doing, okay, as far as products, I will speak the same language, because if you're not speaking the same language, you're going to cause confusion, and confusion creates stagnation. Meaning when people are confused, it's like a deer in the headlight. They're not going to do anything. Okay, so what I suggest that you do is that you marry two strategies. You marry two products. This is builders talk, folks. Okay, and if you haven't married any product, you don't have a business in IM. Okay, let me just keep it real. I know I'm going to be transparent. There's a lot of people that are promoting things that are not a part of IM Mastery Academy. You don't have a business, and you'll see your business is going to roll back. Every person, I'm telling you, I see the numbers. I don't care what people are telling. If you're not promoting the business, your team is going to roll back, period, point blank. Why? They have no reason to stay. And that's cool. If that's what you're trying to create is a business outside of the business, you're going to win. It's going to happen. Okay, so if you want to become a chairman or above in IM Mastery Academy, then your goal is to promote what? IM Mastery Academy, period, point blank. That's it. Okay, so here's what, when we trade together, right? You can also centralize this for your team. We trade together, we push heavy. We have the Breakfast Club call right now, which that may change, but we have the Breakfast Club call that we immediately plug people in from 8 to 10. Or you might have a certain session. Maybe it might be the London session for your team, or it might be another educator. Whatever that educator is, you push that educator, and that's the only one or two that you maintain on. And if someone wants to expand outside of that, listen, if someone wants to expand outside of that, okay, then you make sure that they just do their thing outside of that educator, but you still keep pushing your system. It limits stagnation, okay? All right, so next thing here. So we're gonna talk about the compensation plan. So the system, folks, immediately once you get your folks started, have them write down 10 to 30, okay? 2, have them download the Legacy Worldwide. 3, make sure you plug in with the system. Have them you guys use the same educator if possible, so that you're speaking the same language, okay? Everybody's like, what do you mean Breakfast Club may change? No, Breakfast Club, I may be on the go live session. That's what I mean by that. So it's still, we are breakfastclub.tv to well, see, remember I talked about the end in mind. I will tell you, we're going to be looking for some more Breakfast Club people. Okay, but breakfastclub.tv, 8 to 10. And then, of course, IML TV, which is go live actually now with Dr. K. During the London session, and she comes on Fridays as well too. We also have the London payout that we push, and then also another product. I'll tell you in our product session, which I'm going to go through the Legacy Worldwide system. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and break that down real quick. So the Legacy Worldwide system, okay, the products that we are pushing inside the organization is going to be ECC 11. Okay, for those who have time. So there's several ways that I look at this. There are going to be people that say, I just don't have the time, and they want to take signals. So we decided to marry ECC 11, which is a web analyzer, and Steady. Okay, why did I choose Steady? First of all, for the past 4 weeks, I've used Steady. It's been well in a high 90 percentile. They give stop losses. Here's why I did that one. So in ECC 11, I don't give stop losses. We trade, we scalp in the market. Now, on Steady, for those that don't have time, they're working, but they want to make money, we have an Excel sheet where I know without a doubt that they will grow their account by a minimum of 15% per week, okay? Imagine being able to grow your account by 15% per week. If you can grow, listen, if you can grow your account by 15% per week, even taking losses, okay, that means you can take $1,000 to a 7-figure income. Now understand, past results do not equal future results. This is just an example that if you can grow your account by 15% per week, but if you can grow your account by 15% per week, $1,000 will take you to 7 figures in 12 months, okay? Now check this out. We have a lot of products that allow you to grow your account by 15%. So Steady is what we've decided to marry because it's quick copy and paste. They run the Fibonacci on top of the chart. John Dollery and Justin Sandy, some top traders that I like. John Dollery came from a course called the Astros course, very powerful. So he's definitely a top trader out there. For those who do understand trading, the Astros course was definitely, if it wasn't IM, it was a highly sought after course by other Forex traders out there. We now have him at IM Mastery Academy, and I'll tell you the percentage is high. Even with stop losses, they are killing the game. So it's easy. Plug your customers in, copy and paste. You're done. Move on to the next person. That's it. Okay, we are not, listen folks, this is IBO talk. This is not, I'm not talking to customers right now. I'm talking to people that are selling the services of I Am Mastery Academy, right? We're not there to coddle customers, right? We get customers in the system. We teach them where the products are. We show them how to use it. We move on to the next. That's 90%, okay? 90% of your organization, you're going to sign them up, plug them in, give them to use the products, and if they need a little extra attention, cool, you give that, it's done. Move on to the next, and then you find someone who's actually building the organization, and you're gonna mentor them to get to the next level, okay? So here's the system that we talked about here. 1 through 10, very simple, 3 minutes, full overview, how to enroll, all the required apps, plug into the communities, they set up their trading account, set up their MT4 app, okay? How to use MetaTrader 4, and then the product. So these three are right here is going to be, this is going to be logging into your product back office. So it'll be im.center here. All right, then this next one is going to be your back office. And then lastly, we're going to have this was going to be go live. And then this one is going to be your back office. So literally it's a one-stop shop, okay? Any event, every time we're going to have the brand new events here. And then our live overview, okay? You should be able to see a schedule right here. Live overview happens every single day, Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Central, okay? 7 p.m. Central, automatically presentation. So everything is right here. This is the system that we decide to use. That's very simple. No one will ever forget one link. One link, one-stop shop. It makes it very simple, and it gets rid of confusion. So when you are building teams overseas, like we just put in someone over in Singapore, right? There's going to be barriers, folks. As long as I'm telling you, a professional networker is going to ask you, what is your system? What are you going to do today to get me started? So if you're trying to recruit someone who's already up there, they know what it takes. They're going to look for a system. Okay, so just adopt the system, whether it's this system or not. Adopt the system that is going to work for your organization and that you can plug in people very fast and very simple. All right, so moving on to the next thing here. So system in place. Let's talk about the comp plan. Let's talk about why I Am Mastery Academy. No fluff. I'm gonna talk about real numbers. I'm gonna talk about what's out there right now and why now is the time to act and just go berserk in this market. Go berserk recruiting because of where we're at as we are grabbing talent from all over the world. You know, we are that favorite company now. We are that company. Okay, so we got traders that have massive experience that are coming over to I Am Mastery Academy just to be educators. Okay, so we have the cream of the crop right here in this company, and you actually get to sell it. And I don't like to say sell because you're not selling something that people are coming looking for. Okay, majority of your if you get yourself out there, majority of the people that you enroll will probably come to you if you learn how to use, definitely learn how to use social media platform. But we're going to talk about chest to chest here. That's what I'm used to. Okay, let's talk about the comp plan. So Platinum 150. Okay, that means that you have volume. We're going to talk in the terms of volume because here's what I want to shift your mind to. It means you have a total volume, qualified volume of 435, which means 3 personal customers. Okay, to be a Platinum 150, you must have 3 personal customers. Now, here's the catch. They can be customer only, or they can be customer and IBO. Okay, we're going to talk about 3 terms. I want you to write them down. PSV, which is personal sales volume. PRSV, which is personal retail sales volume. Okay. And then we're going to talk about qualified group volume, okay, which we're going to talk about a 40% rule. All right, so your PSV, personal sales volume, that's your customers and reps mixed together, okay? So if someone was a customer and they are a rep, they will be considered to be personal sales volume, okay? Now, your PRSV, personal retail sales volume, those are any personal customers that you've sponsored in yourself and they're customer only. And the reason I'm going to talk about this, because I'm going to talk about you only need, as you go through the top of the compensation plan, so beyond, I believe it's beyond Chairman 25, you'll need at least 435 in total PRSV, okay? And then beyond Chairman 50, I think is like, or beyond Chairman 100, it'd be 580, which means 4 customers that are customer only. Obviously, once you get to that level, that won't be a problem. So yeah, at minimum, I believe that you always be out there recruiting, of course, always look for new customers. But we're going to just talk about how you can just keep that system rolling. So, okay. So Platinum 150 just means you personally referred 3 customers. That's where it starts. Now, folks, remember, when you start off, whatever you do today will duplicate throughout your entire organization. So, you know, what we teach our organization is sponsor 3 customers, then upgrade to IBO, not before. Okay. We do this not only because, first of all, you don't make a paycheck unless you're Platinum 150 anyway. So it may be, let's say someone sponsors 2 customers. Could they upgrade to IBO? Absolutely. But when they upgrade to IBO, all of their fees come back. So they don't waive their fees. Okay. So suggest that they refer 3 customers first. Okay. And then upgrade to IBO. Once they upgrade to IBO, then now they're making $150 a month, which is $37.50 weekly. Now I'm going to talk about why is our comp plan different than other compensation plans? Because it's very clear. Okay, if you've ever done network marketing before, right, you'll get involved with some comp plans. They look very good. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to get paid, you know, $50,000 a month here, or I'm going to get paid $50,000 a week. But the small print that you missed was up to $50,000, up to $100,000, up to $250,000, or whatever the case may be. When you see the up to number, run. Okay, or not run, go ask why. What do I have to do extra? Because that means that no matter, even if you hit the rank, doesn't mean you're going to make the income. You may have the rank, but you don't have the income. There's a lot of other things entailed in that. I'm proof of that, folks. I got to the top level of a company, and I definitely did not get paid half of what it was saying that rank was getting paid. I went through the company very fast when it came to ranks. So I'm very clear at when I look at a compensation plan, why I am Master Academy. Here's why I get excited about it. I've broken down every compensation plan out there. Okay, so we're going to talk about breakaway. Okay, and then we'll talk about what infinite really means. Infinite means you get paid down no matter what. So you see where it says Chairman 500, and you got to bring in total value of $4,350,000. That's a lot of value. But do you realize that 40% of that can be taken care of? There is no breakaway. What that means is volume disappearing over time. Okay, there is no breakaway right now in this company, which means your volume is there no matter what, right? In most compensation plans, there is a breakaway, meaning volume is lost, okay? So if you have volume of 350 million, let's say one side, whatever, it's there. And you get paid off of it no matter if it's spillover or not. For those who are new, spillover means that your upline, someone who's above you, places someone on your team, right, in your legs, and then you only can get a certain percentage off of that spillover. Not here. When someone is placed in your organization, okay, it's as if you personally referred them. That's why our compensation plan is powerful. I'm telling you, so if you get in any conversation with anyone who's talking about this comp plan, I'm telling you, we have the best for that reason. Okay, no spillover here. Everything counts. There's no tricks. There's no, you got to personally sponsor that, folks, for you to get 100%. You got to have this. No, they're on your team. They're on your team. You're getting paid off of them. You get paid off the infinity bonus with them when you get chairman. Okay, you get paid. It counts towards every piece of your rank. There's no limitations whatsoever. Okay, so let's talk about that. All right, so now where does that come into benefit at? Platinum 600. Okay, Platinum 600 is 12 customers. Right? They give you this, folks. I know people get confused. The line max, 444. This doesn't mean that you have to have 444. Okay? The rule is, if you go to the compensation plan, that no more than 40% of any one line, which I'm going to talk about, straight leg, a leg, okay? No more than 40% of that one leg can count towards your rank. What that prevents from happening is, because we're not exactly a unilevel, that prevents you from basically recruiting just Bob. Bob goes and puts in 100 people, and so Bob hits, let's say Bob hits platinum 1,000 or platinum 2,000, and you hit platinum 2,000. No, that means everyone who is below you would hit platinum 2000 all the way up. So no, it's not that, okay? So to filter that through, you only get from any one leg, anybody, okay, 40% of any one leg. So that means your organization can be 40%, 40%, 20%, 30%, 30%, 40%, 35%, 35%, 30%, okay? So just understand that putting it all together just has to equal 100%, but no more than 40% from any one leg. So when we're looking at, for example, Platinum 600, whether you calculate the 12 or you use the 1740, right? If we were to times 1740 times 40%, that would equal 696 in volume. Okay, divide that by 145 because that's what one customer means. In volume, it means 145. If you divide 696 by 145, it will equal about 5.2. So that means 5 is the max number you can take from any one leg. Okay, so once you get 5, that number will stop counting towards Platinum 600. Okay, so you got to focus on your other legs to hit your rank of Platinum 600. Now, here is the best part. Those 5 can be given to you by a person above you. So if you're a builder on here, I'm going to talk about how to create a fast organization by really focusing on these ranks here. If you focus on Platinum 600 and Platinum 1000, you will hit chairman, right? You focus on those 2 ranks alone. We don't got to pop Platinum 2000 or 5000. Those will come later. If we focus on just getting people to Platinum 600 and Platinum 1000, you will hit chairman 10. Okay, so here we go. So that means if you just build one straight line, you get a personal win. You put a personal out under personal, under personal, under personal. You go 10 levels, 20 levels deep. You just got your first 10 people, okay, or actually your first 15 people. You got them each halfway to Platinum 600. And if one of them decides to wake up or 4 of them decides to wake up, you have a leg that's going to go viral from that time on. Here's what that looks like. 20 deep, 15 people halfway to Platinum 600. That means those 15 people with their team together just need to go put in a total of 7 to make a guaranteed residual income of $600 a month. Folks, do you realize what it takes to make that type of money in other companies? No one is paying you. Listen, 1,740 in volume brought into the company. And the company is literally going to pay you almost what? They're paying you 40% of it back out immediately. I want you to understand how powerful that is in comp plans. Most people don't pay that to the top earners, let alone right at the bottom here. So Platinum 600s are getting 40% of the volume that's brought in, and they're not even bringing. So imagine this: they're not even bringing in. They're only bringing in 1,000 in volume if their upline is already putting 5 customers on their team. So you need to tell me, really, I'm getting paid out 60% of what I brought into this company. Do you realize what that means? That's power. There is no business in the world that is making 6% profit back in to their company. So when I say that we have the deal, we have the compensation plan, there is no one, I don't care what company they're in, that can convince me to have a better comp plan. They can talk all they want. No one beats I Am Master Academy. Thank you, Christopher Terry. I will tell you, he's fought hard to keep this compensation plan. Because why? He wants to make people rich. Christopher Terry wants to make everyone who wants to be rich, he wants to make you rich. But you got to want it for yourself. The compensation plan is already there. So when people are coming over to me and they're like, I want this and I want that and I want this, I said, just look at our comp plan. You already got the deal. You don't need no deal. That is the deal. Let's go to work, okay? Platinum 1000, 30 customers. Guess what? If we teach you how to build through one leg and get one leg blown out, that means you only need 18 customers to go Platinum 1000, making guaranteed $1,000 a month. Platinum 2000, you only need 45 customers, okay? 75 customers total, but one leg blown, you only need 45 customers combined as a team to make $2,000 per month. Here, you know what? I want to challenge someone. If you can find a compensation plan, okay, that pays out $2,000 residually with only 75 customers, I will pay you $1,000 myself. I mean, and you got to show me they pay out a guaranteed $2,000, no hypotheticals, not if they purchase this, not if they purchase that, just by them entering the system as a customer that you will make $2,000 guaranteed with just 75 customers, and your upline can put in 40% of it. Show me a compensation plot like that, and I will personally pay you $1,000. Okay? There isn't one, I promise you, because I've looked it up. Platinum 5,000, 225 customers, folks. That's $5,000 a month. You realize your income is now higher than the combined median income in the United States, right? One of the highest paid folks here in the U.S. If you make above $65,000 residually, you are in a good situation, right? 225 customers. Guess what? 40% of that can be done. It's 135 customers, right? If you get a blown out leg. Okay, Chairman 10. Oh my! Now you're making $10,000. Now we're talking about you being in the top 5%. Right at this level, Chairman 10, with the amount of money that comes in, it's about 160,000 US dollars up a year total at Chairman 10. Okay, at that level, do you realize you're in the top 5% in the United States? So what is it worth for you to build? We're going to talk about building, but I want to shift to you what you have. Sometimes we don't understand the powerful things or what we have in hand, so therefore we don't value them, we don't move fast, and we don't seize the opportunity. And I want you to understand that you have an opportunity. It won't be here forever, okay? So if you're on here right now, I'm gonna tell you, all 100 of you, you got the first mover's advantage right now. We still only have 125,000 customers in our company. And so we're just getting started. You know, the company is shooting for half a million people by the end of 2020. And obviously the overall goal by 2020, if we can push for 1 million, is getting 1 million. The question is how much your organization will own a piece of that 500,000, right? How much work are you putting in right now? So at Chairman 10, blown out leg. And I'm saying blown out leg. I'm not saying, so some of you are taking this two different ways. I got some people on this call, and I'm gonna tell you who you are. I got some people on this call saying, man, I wish I had a blown out leg of 200 so I can hit chairman. I just got to put 300 in. You got some people who will be spillover creators, and you got some people who will be spillover takers. Okay. If I were you, you will know that you're going fast because you won't get any spillover. You want to know if you're going really fast, you won't get spillover on your team. That's how you're knowing you're going fast. If you're getting spillover on your team, you got someone who's going really fast, which is great. So either way, I want you to applaud yourself. Guess what? You have someone putting you on your team? That doesn't happen often. Awesome. Congratulations. Be thankful for that person. You don't have someone go on your team? Congratulations. You, my friend, are going very fast. You are a beast. You are doing it. Let's make it happen. Okay? So you will either create spillover for your team or someone will create spillover for you. Either way, I'm telling you, they're both good situations. So let's talk about who I'm talking to right now. I'm talking about those who are going to create spillover, okay? That's what I'm talking about on the call right now. So when I say a blown out leg, I'm talking about you building depth in that leg and going very fast so that you can produce future chairmen in your organization as time goes on. So if you want 100 chairmen in your organization, have you created spillover for 100 chairmen? If you want 10 chairmen in your organization, have you created enough spillover to bring in 10 chairmen in your organization? Listen. Right? You want 2 platinum 5,000s in your organization? If you go up the line, have you created enough volume in your organization personally to create platinum 5,000? What do I mean? Do you have it where someone in your organization, you can call them up and say, hey, just letting you know, one of your legs is already 40% done with platinum 5,000. All you got to do is build these 2 legs. We need to go get 135 customers in the system. Can you say that to someone? Where are you at in this ladder? Have you built enough spillover for a platinum 2,000? You built enough spillover for a platinum 1,000? If you haven't built no spillover, what I'm telling you right now, if you want to elevate to the top levels, you got to go and be the fastest person in your organization. And that's what will duplicate throughout your organization. So, me and my wife came in, we took the 60 days, hit Chairman 10. Fast is fun, slow sucks. Create the momentum and go fast with it and don't let it go. We're going to talk about that. Chairman 25 took us 16 months total to hit Chairman 25. Same thing, folks. We had some pullbacks. If I had it my way, I would hit Chairman 25 the next month after Chairman 10. Okay, here's where I believe that in network marketing, this is what divide the men from the boys, the women from the girls. Okay, it's easy to go and hit the rank, right? The hardest part is to go backwards. Okay, I'm just talking about real network marketing stuff, okay? Because this is real stuff, but it's worth it. There will be times and seasons where there will be a correction in your business. There will be times and seasons where you will lose your rank. And at that moment, that day comes, will determine whether you're going to be a professional network marketing. It will determine whether you're going to rebuild or you're going to fold, right? Network marketing is not easy sometimes. And what I'm telling you from experience is, in order to sustain and maintain and to continue to grow, you have to duplicate. And so it's duplicate or die. So you're going to have to reassess. So if you fell back, let's say if you fell back, first of all, let's talk to the lower ranks. If you can't handle maintaining Platinum 600 or Platinum 1000 or even Platinum 2000, you're going to have a hard time achieving Chairman 10. Let me say it one more time. If you are having a hard time maintaining Platinum 600 or Platinum 1000, because that's your ultimate goal, just at least keep your rank, you should be able to manage 12 customers. If you can't manage 12 customers, how can you possibly afford or think you can manage 500? My mentors, but I'm gonna say it to you. I used to hate it. I hate it now. Where someone tells you the reason you're not where you are is because there is something that's in your mind that's blocking you from getting there. And I have to admit, no matter what the excuse, no matter what's happening, no matter what the back office is doing, I have to admit, a majority of it is mindset. See, 99% of what happened to us, we can control. We can control how we look at it. We can control how we respond to it. And that will determine whether you keep on going and whether you make 6, 7 figures or more inside this industry. If you respond negative to negative situations, you create a whole negative circle, okay? So when negative things happen, I need you to pretend and create and control, okay? Control the perspective, the story that your mind wants to tell you. Because your story and the narrative will be how you'll adjust and how you'll move forward. So sometimes we, all of us, I don't care who you are, how much developed you are, sometimes we can find our own selves in our own pity party. And what we look for are people who relate to our pity party. And therefore, we surround ourselves with a negative circle, and it's a spiral all the way down. So if that's you, I want to challenge you today to break it, break the cycle, change the circle, put positive people around your circle that are going to call the BS. They're going to call the bull crap. That's a mentor. Your mentor is not going to be nice, okay? Yeah, I mean, when I say they're not going to be nice, they're going to tell the truth, right? If you're off on your game, they're going to tell you you're off on your game. If you're not doing the right thing, they're going to tell you, no, you should probably be doing this. If you're negative, they're going to tell you you're negative. That's the people that you need in your circle to get you to bounce back to where you are. I have people like that in my circle, and I'll tell you, sometimes it's not at a moment that you want it or need it, but they do it. And so I'm thankful for all the people, all the mentors that are in my circle that constantly keep me in check from going negative, okay? So we're going to talk about it mindset-wise. So look at the rest of the compensation plan, folks. Just learn this. Here's what I'm going to challenge each and every one of you on here. If you've been here a year, if you've been in this company for a year or more, and you have not read the compensation plan, you have no idea where the compensation plan is at, you have not been running the business. That's like starting your own McDonald's, right? And expecting to know everything, but never read any type of instructions about the franchise or knowing any of the rules. That's like signing for a house, signing the contract to a house, which I believe people do, okay? That's like signing a contract and not reading none of the small print, right? If you don't know the numbers will expose you. Luckily, in this company, it's a good compensation plan. Why? Because they don't even read the compensation plan, right? Know what an infinity bonus is. Know what your direct commission is. Know what it takes to achieve the next rank. Chairman 10, what does it take to be a Chairman 10? Luckily, it's only 500, right? What does it take to be a chairman 500? Well, you got to have at least 2 platinum 2000s in 2 different lines to be a chairman 25. Okay. What does it take to be a chairman 50? I believe you got to have a platinum 5,000 in your organization to be a chairman 50. What does it take to be a chairman 100? You got to have at least a chairman 10 in your organization. But if you haven't read the comp plan, you wouldn't know any of the requirements. So just know and read through it at least once. Okay, that's it. So let's talk about launching your business. For those who want to be a chairman, if you want to be a chairman, go ahead and drop a 777 in the chat. If you truly want to go chairman in this company, drop a 777 in the chat. Oh, there we go. Man, I'm talking about some generational curses being broken right here. That is what I'm talking about. Generational curses being broken. Because what do I know? That's top 5%. Everyone in here is right now, what you're saying is, Randy, I want to be in the top 5% of income earners in the U.S. I want to be in the top 5% of the world when it comes to making income. Okay? And so as you realize, the top 5% means there's gonna be a mentality that you have. That means you can't think like the other 95%. Can we agree? That means, listen, you got to understand this. That means that when you come in contact with someone, that means out of 10 people you come in contact with, okay, only 1 will probably have good advice for you to get to the top 5%. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Out of 10 people you see that you come in contact with, only 1 of them will probably have good advice to help you get to 6 figures. That means 9 people that you come in contact with, you will ignore their advice because they don't have it to give to you. So you need to get with people who are qualified to get you to the next level. And if you are not talking to qualified people, guess what? And you're going to get what you get based off where that person's at, right? So if you want to become a Platinum 1000, you can talk to a Platinum 1000. They're going to teach you how to get to Platinum 1000. And then once they elevate to the next level, they're going to teach you how to get to the next level. And the next level and so forth all the way down. But if they don't get to the next level, you have succeeded the amount of information that they can give you to get to the next level. There will be times that you are going to probably pass some individuals up. And they're going to help you maybe elevate to that level. I'm not saying that they don't have anything else to give to you, but I'm saying you've now passed the point of their mentorship. And now you have to find someone or something or someone else to also get you to the next level if that person is not the person or they haven't elevated to that next level, okay? So here's what we're looking at. Fast starting everyone on here. If you're brand new, this is Reset. Everyone who wants to go chairman right now, we start today. I want you to sponsor 15 customers. I know you're looking at that like, man, I haven't sponsored a customer in like 2-3 months. I hope not. I hope that every single week you're looking to sponsor customers. Never stop sponsoring customers. You never know when you're going to have to build a new team. Now I'm going to talk about reset and building a new team. Okay. When it comes to building a new team, here's where a majority of people go wrong. Okay. If your old team is not building, and they're still doing the same thing, do you introduce your new team to old problems? No. You build a new team, new gram, new group, new everything. Why? Because that new team will only know what you feed them, right? So if you feed them that we only hit chairman in less than 90 days, they don't know what average looks like until you get them mingling with your old group that have been in for a very long time, that are doing the same exact thing. You have to take a group, go build somewhere else. I'm telling you, build somewhere else. And you don't introduce them to the group until that person goes to a much higher level. Because what will happen is if you introduce them too early, they will see like, oh man, I've been killing this thing. And they might just slow up. I'm telling you from experience I'm even telling you from my last organization, folks. You know, when I came into the company, you know, my old mentor, you know, he made it seem as if what we were doing was normal. And I thank him for it very much, because it's the reason why we went to the top level of that company in 2.5 years. He made it seem like what we were doing was average, was normal. Right? We of course celebrate the successes, but you need to keep that person constantly moving, and you keep their eyes, you go show them the fastest person that's built. So it gives them a target. It's like the person that ran the 4-minute mile, right? No one had ever achieved running the 4-minute mile until it got done, right? So if you tell your brand new person, chairman in 90 days, this person hit chairman in 60 days, this person hit chairman in 60 days, this person hit chairman in 60 days, guess what your new person is thinking? I'm going chairman in 60 days. It's all that's on their mind. I'm going chairman in 60 days, because you are feeding that to their mind. But if you introduce them to a group where no one's chairman, they've been in for a long time, maybe people are scrolling on, and not saying it's okay, the journey, everyone's going to have their own journey. But what I'm telling you is, if you want to build a fast team, you can't introduce new team to old team problems. Simple as that. How do you do it? You go building a whole new market. Okay, that's it. That's how you do it. You build a whole new market. You keep it separate. Never introduce your old people to the new team. Unless you have someone who is killing the game, then of course you have them go to the market, to go to your market. So let's talk about launching your organization now. Okay, so the first goal now, right? If this could guarantee you Chairman 10, how many of you would do it? Drop a 111 in the chat. If you knew you were going chairman in the next 60 days by sponsoring 15 new customers, drop a 111 in the chat if you would do it. Oh, I see 29, 30, 32, 36, 38, 39, 41, 43, 45, 50. All right, I see you. Come on. We almost got them all. 60, 63, 65, 67, 7. Man, hands down, I think that's almost everybody, huh? So everybody on this call said, I would do it. Okay, so based off that, that means we should get 1,500 customers in the system over the next 30 days. Is that true to say? Everyone, I got 94 participants on here. We got 94 messages on here that you said, I would do it. So that means we should get at least 1,500 new customers over the next 30 days. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Fight. Will it be easy? No. Fight. Get ready. Fight for it. Because I believe that everyone who said that I would do it, I believe that you will do it. I believe that you're going to do it in the next 30 days. I believe that you're going to put your head down. I believe that you're going to get that list out. And I believe that you're not going to care about what anyone thinks about you when you make the call. You're just going to expose them. You're going to go through Instagram. You're going to go through Facebook. You're going to go through all your platforms. You're just going to expose people and not care. One of the things that I realized when me and my wife, we were going to the top levels of companies, this is our second company, we didn't care what people thought about us. That's the first rule. The first rule is don't care what people think about you. You see, I remember my mom used to say, she used to always say, boy, you always trying to keep up with the Joneses. Right? Some of you heard that way, right? Why are you trying to keep up with the Joneses? Right? We cared about how we dress, right? We dress for people. We run our lives for people. Our social media is all about impressing people. Everything that we do in our life, right? We're in that Insta world. Everything that we do in our life is focused around what people think about you. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to be in the top 5%, remember I said, out of 10 people you come in contact with, one will give you advice. The other 9 won't know. We are focusing on a small percentage. So do you think the top 5% of people care what 95% of the people think about them? No, they don't. So when you're making the phone call, you're looking for a needle in the haystack. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be hard to what I'm saying is you're looking for someone who's going to fit that top 5% criteria who's just going to do it. But there are going to be people who join your business. You're going to have a lot of people that take advantage of the opportunity for sure. Doesn't mean they're going to be a chairman, right? They may just be a customer, okay? So what I'm saying is today, I want you to commit to yourself. I don't care if you got to write it down. From this point, when I pick up that phone call, to make a call to my friends, my best friends, my coworkers, whoever it is that I'm going to prospect and show, I'm not going to care whether they tell me yes or no. And I'm not going to allow my mind to tell a story to myself about what this person possibly may or may not think about me. I'm not going to allow my mind to tell a story about this person thinking that I'm trying to sell them or take something away from them. I want you to put that as number one. Just all that mess in your head, throw it out the window. That's what's limiting you from going chairman right now. That's what's limiting you from going after and sponsoring 15 brand new customers in the next 30 days. I want you to take all the excuses, all the crap that's in your head. I want you to take it out and throw it in a trash can today. Because that's going to remove that blockage out of your way, and that's going to allow you over the next 30 days, you're going to sponsor 15 customers. Why? Because you're going to go through the numbers. You're going to go through the people you were scared to contact on Facebook. You're going to go through the people on your phone that you were scared to send a message to just ask them, hey, I want you to download an app, take a look at this video for me. What's the worst that's going to happen? They delete you from the phone. I had people, my last company, I had a roommate, right? A roommate that you get to learn, first of all, who's in your circle in this season. But I had a roommate, when I hit him up, and I said, hey, I want you to take a look at this. I got involved with the business. Just check it out. I don't think he even looked at more in less than a minute, because this is just already what he thought about me anyway, right? He goes, if you send me anything like this again, I'm going to delete you off Facebook. And mind you, this is someone I have on my phone. And you're back in my undeveloped stage. I told him, I said, already done, deleted. And I removed him from Facebook. Didn't matter. Guess what? I went on to become a top earner in that company that I exposed him to. And I went on to become a chairman in this company too. I went on to move to the top 1% of income earners in the world. Did it matter? No. He was one person, and guess what? He's still doing the same thing. And so don't allow someone to place their limitations on you and place their negativity on you to stop your progression. That's only, whatever you want to call it, the universe, whatever you want to call it, pulling you back down into a place that's comfortable. And if you want to go all out, you want to make six figures and break a curse in your family, you're going to have to take the punches. It's not going to be easy. If it was easy, there wouldn't be a small amount of people that would be there, right? Everyone would be there, wouldn't they? But they're not, okay? Because it takes a mindset. And that first one is stop caring what people think about us. The reason why am I harping on this? Why is this going to be so hard? Because all the way through high school, okay, you had you had over 12, some people 16 years in an educational system that the whole system pertained about what your peers thought about you. Do you realize that it's psychological? Your entire years from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, and if you went to college, all the way to you graduating college, was surrounded about what your classmate and your peers thought about you, right? Class effort, team effort. And therefore, because of that collectiveness, we go our whole life caring about what people think, a consensus. And therefore, if the consensus says otherwise, then we don't do it. That's it. I like that. Yes, that's right. Everybody can't come, period. So sponsor 15. I want you to sponsor. If you're serious about going chairman over the next 90 days, before February, before the next event, sponsor 15 over the next 30 days, okay? Then once you sponsor 15, we're going to help 3, okay? We're going to help 3 of them go platinum 150, okay? And then out of that, you should have already hit platinum 1,000. We're going to develop 10 of them to go platinum 1,000. Okay? Once those numbers happen, okay, you will be a chairman 10. And I'm going to talk you through that. So here's where we start. Today, I want you to create a list of 100. Now, anytime you call me, I'm going to ask you if you have this list on you. I don't care who you are on the call. If you say, Randy, I'm ready to build, I'm ready to go do this, let me say, show me your list. Where's your list? Okay. All my go-getters, they're going to go beyond 100. If you haven't created a list, create a list, okay, of 100 or more. I still make phone calls. But Chairman 25, I still make phone calls. I won't stop making phone calls until I'm sitting at Chairman 1000, Chairman Elite, wherever the top rank of this company, that's when I will stop. Okay. Phone contacts. Go through your phone contacts, your Facebook, your Instagram. Write them down or go print them out. Either way. Okay, 1530. Sponsor 15 customers in 30 days. We talked about that. Help 3 to 5 get to platinum 150. Okay. Develop 10 to go platinum 1000. Now let's talk about the numbers, the power of one. We're going to talk about tap rooting and recruiting through. Okay. Tap rooting, recruiting through, building through. You sponsor a customer today. So yes, you're going to go out and sponsor 15. In between you going out to personally sponsor 15, okay, 80%, okay, I want you to write this down. 80% of your time right now, if you haven't sponsored 15 customers or you haven't sponsored a customer in a while, 80% of your time right now is going to go towards sponsoring a new 15 customers. 20% of your time will be fast starting the new customers you just put into the system. Okay. So what does that 20% pertain to? Boom. Go to Legacy Worldwide, download the app, go through steps 4 through 8. You should be integrated to the system. Now write down your top 30 customers. Okay. Now you're going to tap through. Okay. I want you to let's set up at least 5 to 10 appointments next week that we can get in front of, or 5 to 10 exposures that we can get on the phone with. You're going to get them to expose their contact, or at least give you the list so that you can call their contacts. Okay. And your ultimate goal is you're looking for one of them to go platinum 150. You look for 3 customers to get from that person. That's tap rooting. Okay. And then we're going to talk about building down one straight line. Okay. And then we're going to go in the back office and I'm going to show you what it looks like to build one straight line. Okay. So power of one. Can we admit that we each all have one person that we can call up right now that will just tell us yes no matter what? I can say I'm selling potatoes out of my trunk, and I have a ride or die that say I'm down, let's go do it. We all have that one person. I want you to get used to focusing on that one person. That one person, we call it our white hot market, right? It's so hot, like it's that easy. This is your hot market. Those are people that they're your yes people. Then you have your warm market. They know you. That can be, it could be coworkers. Warm market is in between. But your hot market, those are people that know you and they will do it because it's you sometimes if you have the credibility. That's who you're looking for. If you're a builder, that's who you're looking for when you get in front of someone. You're going to ask them, who is your best friend? What does your mom, dad think about the business? What is your uncle, right? Cousins, family. You're going to go through the easy ones. That's who the easy ones are. We call it low-hanging fruit. You get that one knocked out, and that's doing several things for your brand new person. It's getting them an early win. You're also building, if you get 3, you're also building their first paycheck outside of also trading. Okay. I'm not even talking about trading. Trading also involved. Okay. Steady. We plug this to Steady. We get them to profit the first week. You got a customer, but now we're talking about building, tap rooting through their organization, because you don't know. Let's say that any person that you brought into the system that they know a rock star that you got to get to ASAP, but you only got 24 to 48 hours to get to them. You have to act as if people are going to quit off of your team in the next 24 to 48 hours. And if that's the case, what would you do the first day? You will build through the first day. You'll get them to write down their list and fast start them, and then try to get your first appointment probably the first day. If you can get in front of the first person the first day or the next day, you are now building your business and tap rooting through. And so what you're going to do is you're going to build a straight line all the way down. So when you put your 15 personals in, you're going to start. Boom, you put your first personal in. You don't build 3 legs across. You build straight down. That person goes under this person, under this person, under this person, under this person, and it keeps going. Okay? So what does that mean? So this person, for example, this person and this person, you've now got them halfway to platinum 600, 40% of their team. So the deeper you drive in depth, the closer you get people to the next level. So like I talked about before, you say, I want 10 platinum 1000s on my team. Well, someone who says they want 10 platinum 1000s on their team, okay, what does that mean? They're going to have at least 10 of their people halfway to platinum 10,000, a platinum 1000, okay? So that will look like you go, so you can put a max of 12 customers on one person's team. So that means you are going to go, if you were looking at 10, it will be 10 plus 20 plus 12. So 22 deep. If you build 22 deep, okay, 22 deep, you now have 10 of your people halfway to platinum 1000. I'm going to say it again. You build 22 deep. That means the 10th person, you go 12 more deep. You've now got everyone in that row halfway to Platinum 1000 at least. 10 of them. You've now set yourself up to put another 180 customers on your team. Are you getting me? So when you build, for example, when you build 10 deep, okay, we build 10 deep here as a Platinum 1000. So you put 10 people deep. That means the first 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 people, you got halfway to Platinum 600. And so let's just say out of these 15, 5 to 10 of them, they go and put the additional 7 people in. Their team together collectively. So if 10 of them go do that, that's 70 more people added to your team. You're definitely a Platinum 2000. So what I'm telling you, motion creates emotion. Meaning you got to be in motion. You got to be the person. If your team is not moving, you need to look in the mirror and go put more cells in the system to create that emotion inside your team. You got to stir up the team sometimes, right? So as you're building deep, you can call someone up and say, hey, I don't know if you know it, but you're 7 customers away from making $600 a month for the rest of your life. Would $600 change your life? Hey, I don't know if you know it, but you are 18 customers away from making $1,000 a month for the rest of your life, residually. Hey, I don't know if you know it, but you are 45 customers away from making $2,000 a month for the rest of your life. And most of the people at that level, that can change your life. They can walk away from their job. Hey, I don't know if you know it, but you are 45 customers away from retiring for the rest of your life and never walking back into your job ever again. How does that sound? And then you can go to work. Hey, the deeper you build, the more conversation piece you'll have with the people that you have to call. Hey, I don't know if you know it, but collectively you're 135 customers away from making $5,000 a month, from making more than a combined household income here in the United States, making a lot of money. And I can help you do the rest. Give me 2 people that you know that are successful. Give me 2 people that you know that are go-getters. Give me 2 people that you know that want to change their lives. Guess what? They're going to start producing people in some shape or form because you've now put a carrot in front of them. But if you have no carrot to put in front of them, you can't create any emotion. Motion creates emotion, okay? So today, if your business is not doing like you want it to do, you need to reset, create the motion so that emotion can happen. You need to create emotion in people. And the only way to create emotion in people is to put their organization in motion. Okay? So to go Chairman 10, we can break that down in several different ways. Focus on Platinum 1000. I think Platinum 1000s are the building blocks of our company. Okay? So at minimum, you can build 10 deep, right? You can do this right here, because that's what's going to elevate you to the next level of Platinum 2000. And as the deeper you build in your organization, the higher the ranks will get. Okay, if you build it deep enough, you'll get to a point where you've now built organizations where you got chairman, they're halfway to chairman, okay, or they're halfway to chairman 25, and now all that has to happen from that moment is you helping them build the other 2 legs. Chairman 25, 2 Platinum 5000, 2 Chairman 10s, right? That will get you to Chairman 25. Chairman 50, 11 P5000s, 5 Chairman 10s. 2 Chairman 25s, right? That brings that volume there. Chairman 100, 2 Chairman 10s, 18 Platinum 5000, 10 Chairman 10s. If you want to go Chairman 100, focus on getting 10 people to Chairman 10, and you'll be a Chairman 100. Okay? Cast a vision for your team. All right? And then obviously 4 Chairman 25s, and that's the volume there. We can go on and on about building deep. So 40% of your organization can be built like I talked about. So going P150 to Platinum 600, go help 3 of your customers go Platinum 150. You'll be a Platinum 600. Okay, and then building through. Okay, let's talk about building through, and then we're gonna get into the back office, and then we'll finish up this call here. Okay, so building through your leaders. The most important person on your team today is the last person that just signed up. Again. The most important person on your team today is the last person that just signed up. I can't tell you, I feel so good when I get around new blood, when I get around new people. Why? Because they're bright-eyed and push-tail. There's nothing that they cannot do, right? Limitations have not set in. They haven't got around their negative people. They're so excited. They're so happy. How do you know you're around brand new people, right? They're thinking, I'm going chairman. I'm going to make $1 million. Their dreams are just sprouting out like crazy. And I want you to foster those dreams. I want you to capitalize on those dreams. I want you to capture that moment to help them achieve the dream they're thinking at that moment, why they have that excitement, right? The person who will capitalize on energy will be the person that builds a fast and sustainable organization. So you need to learn how to identify brand new people on your team and identify those who want to build on your team. And once you identify them, right, you can mentor them and you keep them accountable with you. How do you keep someone accountable? You don't keep them accountable by telling them what to do. You keep them accountable by doing what they're supposed to do, meaning you as the leader, you must be the leader so that they can follow. So if you're telling them to go out to recruit people, you keep on recruiting so that they can do exactly what you're doing. See, don't ever go into management mode, folks. You never want to be in the management mode. You want to say what we call phase one 100% of the time. Phase one is I'm always looking for the next chairman because there's always going to be someone who's going to help you elevate in every single season. So never stop recruiting. So identify a leader that you want to build with, okay? Next, build rapport. This is where a majority of people miss is creating culture, okay? Creating culture around your organization. What's your team? What do you do? How do you guys hang out? Are you hanging out with your chairman? Are you calling your future chairman? Are you friends with your future chairman? Okay? The people that you are friends with, that you are creating community with, that you're bonding with, that is family-like, those will be your chairman, right? Business and family is going to, at some point, combine as one, right? The thing about network marketing, what makes us different than a traditional business, right? They say business is business. You can detach from employees, right? You can detach from other things, right? You just look at the bottom line. The bottom line is the only thing that matters when it comes to business is being business. In network marketing, it's a little bit different, okay? You do have to care about people, right? And you have to care about people in network marketing. If you don't care about people, you're not going to build a sustainable business. Okay, so you got to care about people, but at the same time, here's where it's two lines. You got to care about people, and at the same time, caring about them, you have to also be a mentor. You have to call the BS if you're going to help them get to the next level. Okay, you have to mentor them and tell them where they're going wrong, right? And sometimes that may mean they may get upset with you. Now, there's a difference between talking down at someone and mentoring someone. Okay, when I say you're gonna nicely call them on their BS, and then you're gonna remind them of what they want. So that means you, at the beginning of any conversation, when you start someone, you got to get to know them, right? What are their hurts? Why they're doing this business? Who are their family members? How many kids do they have, right? What's limiting them? What's blocking them from getting to the next level? You learn as much as there is to learn about that person so that you know everything about them, so that when you're running for their goals, you know why they're running for their goals. You know what makes them tick, and you remind them of why they're running. So that's going to be in the building rapport. Building rapport means that you may be a little bit vulnerable with them, and they may be vulnerable with you. You are building a true friendship, okay? And once you build a friendship, guess what? When things get hard, because they will, the first thing that people lean back on is the friendship. See, don't get it twisted, folks. The only thing that will ever be residual in your life are the relationships that you build, right? I was able to do this all over again because of relationship that at one point in my life, I mean, it just was a part of our character, but we didn't realize that the way that God had placed us in position, that all the little small conversations that we didn't even think of, that we were just saying hi and being nice, and that's just who we were as people, those were conversations of relationships that were stirring and building up. See, people are always looking at you. They look at how you respond on Facebook. They look at how you interact with people. You know, if you went out to eat with someone, they look at how you interact with the waiter or waitress. People are always watching your character about if they would follow you or not, or if you're a real good friend to them. And so from the outside looking in, the only way that people can see, I would say Facebook, we can instantly see how people are somewhat on Facebook, how they interact with people, how they treat people, right? If you've done this business before, how did you treat people in your last business, right? It will determine how you're doing your next business. If you treated people good, then they're following you. If you didn't, they're not going to follow you, period. So you're going to build rapport, a true friendship, okay? And then number 3, once you build rapport, let's say that I get on the phone with a brand new person. I don't know them. I just got introduced to them by someone. I become their friends. I give them my number. You know, it doesn't matter. You don't get bougie in this business. I'm going to tell you that. Stay in phase 1. You're always building. You're never too good to meet anybody. I still do one-on-ones. I still meet with just one person, because you never know, that person may be the chairman that you're meeting, and that one conversation may be the one thing that sparked that person. So when you get on the phone with a person that you've identified that possibly that you're going to build with, that you're going to build rapport with, I want you to challenge them, okay? This is very important, okay? So challenge them. I don't know what your challenge may be. I'll tell you what mine is. Most of the time I say, depending on how far the market is, I say get the Platinum 600 right now. Get the Platinum 600, and then we will schedule me coming into your market. Now, typically I'll say if it's Platinum 600, I'll hear some people say it's chairman. Right? That's not me, right? I know when it comes to building through, I know what I'm doing when I launch a market. So I'll say Platinum 600, but 12 customers need to be in the market, meaning I want people that are going to be able to invite in the same room for you. So Platinum 600, 12 customers in the market, or it may be Platinum 1000, or you can do Platinum 2000, depending on how far the market is, but you give them a challenge. And then when they meet your challenge, they must meet the challenge. They don't meet the challenge, don't show up. Be stern on what you said. When they meet the challenge, you do what you said you were going to do. I can't tell you how many people have killed their business because they just didn't do what they said they were going to do. Okay? That's just leadership 101. No matter what it is, do what you say you're going to do. You said you're going to do this, then do it. You said you're going to show up here, then show up, because that's what people are going to look at. Because the day that you don't do what you said you're going to do is the day that you lose their trust. And when you lose their trust, you don't have a business there. Okay. So when you get the challenge, you show up in the market. And then when you show up in the market, your whole goal, it's not to be presenter man, presenter woman. Your whole goal is to look for other leaders and to duplicate yourself or duplicate the system. That's what your whole goal is when you step in the market. I don't care how many people are in the room. Okay, it could be 5 people that show up in the room. It could be 100. It doesn't matter. What I'm looking for is to help build this leader up and give them confidence. Why? Here's the numbers that I know. Do you realize that 85% of people that you come in contact with will have little or less than no confidence whatsoever? That means out of 10 people you come in contact with, maybe 1 or 2 of them will have enough confidence to be in front of the room. So what do we get paid for? We don't get paid to sell products. Listen to me. We don't get paid to sell products, folks. I don't know if you realize that leaders, mentors, they get paid to build people up. You get paid to elevate people. You get paid to take people from where they're at in their life to the top. And so that means you're going to have to see people for where they're going to go, not for where they're at now. You're going to have vision. So when you step into their market, they may suck presenting. They may not be good. You may have some things to say. That is not, you're going to give them constructive critique is what I call it. Okay. So here's what it exactly looks like. They become a Platinum 600. You show up in the market. Before you show up in the market, you're going to send them the team presentation. Whatever presentation you use, you send it to them. You give them clear instructions. Hey, in the room, I want you to have a projector. I want you to have a thing called a clicker. I want you to make sure you have this presentation on your computer. When I show up, all right, you're going to do something called edification. I'm going to have you introduce me in front of the room to all of your guests and all the other guests. Make sure there's music playing inside the room. Okay? These are all things that you're coaching them on. right? Make sure there's high tempo music happening in the room. Make sure the presentation is already pulled up. Make sure when I enter the room or the presenter enters the room, make sure that you introduce me to all of the prospects in the room as we set the tone. And if they don't, here's what you're gonna do as a leader. You're gonna make sure you go around the room and introduce yourself, okay? This is launching a market, okay? Because you have to show them these good habits so that they will do that when they go, they will do the same thing when they go to other markets. Okay, so boom, you've taught them how to do a home event or a event, okay? And now they watch you do the presentation for the very first time. They're in awe. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna get them in front of the presentation. First you have them introduce you. Now you're gonna tell them, hey, what I'm gonna do is have you do the first couple of slides. Have you do 3, 4, 5 slides, okay? And then you can coach them. Hey, all I'm gonna have you do is, hey, you can kind of read off the slides. I would like you to engage, tell your own story. So at the beginning of the presentation, tell your 30-second story about who you are, where you come from, any limiting belief you had, how it's broken, and now you found something that has changed your life in a major way. And then go into the information, right? 3, 4 slides, boom, and then you take over, right? You now are stair-stepping them, building up their confidence. And then while you're in that market, maybe the third day that you're in the market, you get them to do the first half of the presentation, if not the whole presentation, because they just heard you do it multiple times. Listen, folks, if you don't get folks to present in your markets, you are creating a job for yourself, okay? So that's the building through. You're gonna look for 3 leaders to do just that. So that one leader and maybe 3 other leaders inside that market, then you cast vision. Where do you see that market, right? So whether it's in Kenya, whether it's in Little Rock, whether we're in Australia, we go look at the population. I just came from Australia. Over in Australia, there's 25 million people, right, that haven't heard about this company, right? We're launching in Australia. So 25 million people. Do you think it's possible that we can get 10%? Do you think it's possible that we can get 1%? Right? 1% is thousands of customers, right? Yes, it's likely that we're going to get thousands of customers with a market that hasn't heard about our company yet. So do the research, learn the market numbers, and then cast the vision about where that market is going, right? The first chairman inside that market. Folks, in our company right now, I am Mastery Academy. Listen, we are taking over the industry. We are disrupting the industry. I know people talk about it, but we have proof that it's happening, right? A 6-year-old company, right? We just got an official corporate team on board. We have the highest paid reps out of all of network marketing, number 3, right? And I believe that's going to change this year. You can see a lot of these numbers actually shift up, but we're talking about 715,000 less. Our top earner is 600,000 a month residual income, folks. Guaranteed. No games being played. Everyone on this call is already qualified to do just that, to get on this list right here. And I'll tell you, whether we say it or not, we're going to dominate this industry, folks. Why? Because we have a product that people are automatically looking for. Guess what? When I was in my last organization, I had to sell people on why they should create memories so that they can buy the product. And once they bought the product, then I had to sell them on selling the product to someone else that they needed it too. Here's our product is money. My goal is to help you become financially free, pay off bills, and you don't got to sell or recruit anyone if you don't want to. Do you realize we got the deal? We got the deal, because there is no, we don't got to sell the opportunity. The opportunity sells itself. We just sell the service that we have. That's it. If you can't sell this, folks, you can't sell anything. So all I know in this industry that we're in, right after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our back office just to show you real quick, and then I'll open it up for any questions and answers. But just know this, folks, we're in a time right now where you're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel stressed out. You're going to feel like your business may be going backwards right now, or you're not in the place you want to be at. That's going to happen. But what I know is this: out of every successful person, going from Think and Grow Rich to, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, they will all say the same thing. Out of all the 500 most successful men and women that they have looked at in America, who in their own words will be probably billionaires in our time now, they all said the same thing about their success track. They said one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. Temporary defeat means it won't be there forever, folks. The pullback in your back office won't be there forever. The lack of leadership in your organization won't be there forever. Someone's going to come in your organization and change the game for you. And you just got to stay the course. You got to be around for when that time happens. You know, the next one, more than 500 of the most successful people in America, the most successful people America's ever known said their greatest success came just one step beyond the point at which defeat had overtaken them. Man, I've been here. I can't tell you I've been here so many times. And I'm going to just give you the real. Sometimes you can want something so bad, as a grown man, you'll cry about it, right? You won't sleep. You've heard you will not sleep. It will keep you up at night. Folks, I have teared in my bed wanting something so bad, because I look at this as my championship game. I look at this as the thing that's going to change my family's financial blueprint forever. You know, the Webb family will never say that they came from poor. My kids don't know what it feels like to grow up in a hood. A hood? What is that? I love watching my kids grow up where it doesn't matter the brand of clothes they have while they're going to school. My kids, they still do certain things that I look at and say, man, back in my time, I wouldn't even do stuff like that. Why? Because I had to grow up fast. Today, my kids don't have to grow up fast. They actually get to be kids. Why? Because I'm changing the financial blueprint of what my family was used to. And so is it going to be hard? Yes, it's going to be hard. Are people not going to see the vision? Yes, they won't see the vision. Are people closest to you going to talk down to you, going to almost talk to you in a way where they want you to quit? They're going to impose their limitations on you. Yes, all of it's going to happen. Is it going to be easy? No, none of it's going to be easy. Is it going to be easy to make six figures? No, it's not going to be easy to make six figures. Will I just make seven figures one day? Yes, you'll make six figures one day, seven figures one day. Will it be easy? No. How long will it take? I don't know. How long are you willing to put in till you get there? See, what I do know is if I chose the latter is I would have still been in the military right now, away from my kids right now on this Saturday. You know, not being able to go to the movies. We're going to go enjoy ourselves this Saturday and go to the movies, not have to worry about anything. See, had I chose the track that most people chose to choose, right, I wouldn't live the way that I live today. I would still be away from my family. I'll still be working 40 hours a week or more per week, right? I'll be still hoping that after 40 years of working so hard that I at least have enough to take care of my family, and that if I pass away one day, that I have something left in my bank account that I can pass on to my wife, my kids, and so forth. Why wait for that and allow external sources to determine my outcome when I can determine my outcome today? When I can choose to make a decision that I'm going to get it regardless of what it takes, and take some grit and keep on going. Today, you have the decision to keep on moving, to move forward, and to get this thing done regardless of where you are in your business, okay? You might have been a Platinum 600 and fell back. So what? Keep on going. Go do it again. Reset. And then go show 3 other people how to hit Platinum 600 because you did it. Okay? So what? It's happened. So what if this has happened? So what if that has happened? So what if you feel this person has got more or whatever? The question I want you to always ask after some limitation is imposed on you or exposed to you, I want you to say, so what? What's next? See, I need you to have a so what, what's next attitude that you let it just rug off your shoulders. That's what successful network marketers do. That's why only 4% of people, only 4% of you on here right now. Listen, only 4 or 5% of you on here right now. Let me just be truthful. I want everyone on here. I want you all to go chairman. There's only 4% of you that are going to apply the information. Period. It's all there for the taking. Everything I just told you is true. You go do all those things and you will be a chairman. But just like a diet, right? We know all the things that we're supposed to do, right? We know that we're supposed to eat healthy, but we don't, right? We know that not eating healthy over time will kill us early. Don't we know that? But what do? Out of sight, out of mind, right? It hasn't hit me yet, so it doesn't count. So I live unhealthy. I don't eat the right things, or I get out of shape or whatever. Because why? Because I don't have to be accountable right now. At least that's what I think. Right? I'm talking about real life stuff because it falls over into our business, because how we do one thing is how we do all things. Right? So we don't pay attention to it because it hasn't struck. Right? People don't start looking at becoming healthy when do people start looking at becoming healthy? when disaster strikes, right? Heart attack, stroke, right? Those bad things happen, and people say, man, I got to change my life. I got to get this thing to right. Right? People don't look at their finances when until what? A bill is due. I can't tell you how many calls that I get where I get someone says, Randy, I'm serious now. I'm ready to go. I got some bills. I always get a call of urgency because they have urgency of bills popping up in their life. People do not start running into the bears on their butt. And I want you to change your habits. I want you to start being the lion that you are. I want you to start being the hunter that you are and going out to get it instead of allowing it to come get you. Don't allow the mortgage to overtake you. Don't allow your bills to overtake you. The phone bills, the electric bill, everything, family problems. Don't allow those things to overtake you before you start getting to work. Get to work while you have a choice. Don't allow when you get to 40 years of you doing your job successfully to realize that you don't have enough to live off of. Start working now because now is the time. There's never been a better time than now with IM Mastery Academy, folks. So here's what we're going to do. Before we end this call, I'm going to jump into just to show you exactly how to use your back office. So we're going to go into a quick sample account. And then I'm going to show you how you know that you're building deep. And then we're going to end this call right here. And then we'll talk about any questions that you may have. Folks, drop a 1-1 in the chat. 1-1-1 in the chat if you're still. See, I see we got 71 still standing. If you're still going chairman after all that we talked about, 1-1-1 after what we just talked about. Let's go. I see you. Come on. All right. So when you log into your account, folks, have to upgrade. So right now you see that it says, just real quick, if you haven't upgraded to IBO yet, once you get 3 customers, it doesn't automatically happen. See how it says you have not purchased the package yet? You're going to upgrade to a package. So you're going to go to, but you got to have 3 personal customers that you sponsor. But once you do that, you're going to go to shopping cart. And it's going to say, see, you already upgraded to IBO, but it's going to say IBO. Okay. Once you upgrade to click IBO, go ahead and click the purchase and get out of there. So now we're going to go to IBO. Let me just refresh it. We should have the IBO links here. Let me log off real quick and log back in. All right, you see that we have all the new, once you go IBO, you're gonna get your placement, your Unilevel, your dashboard, all that set up. All right, so obviously policy procedures know what you can and can't do, code of ethics, all that. So you can definitely download that. All right, so when you start, all right, off to the side here, we have a promotion going on. So anybody who is chairman before January, we're having a chairman cruise, okay? So either the top enrollers, or if you wanted the 150 that goes chairman. All right, here goes the chairman rank board. So just be on this list. You got to be 150. You got to be 150 on this list. Okay. So make sure you're on the list. If you're a chairman, you'll see yourself on here. I think it's me and one other right now. We're looking to put 98 chairman total. We got Nafeez Khan. Congratulations, Nafeez, making it on the list here. And of course, we want so many others on this sheet here to be on this chairman list, folks. Okay. All right. So here's how you see your ranks. Go to dashboard, okay? You go to dashboard. This is going to give you your next rank. Obviously, this account obviously just went to IBO, okay? So it gives you your total customers, okay? Total group volume, total volume here. It's going to give you your next rank achievement, okay? Now, I don't want you to be confused right here because this is going to give you all your customers. And if you have the total customers needed for rank, sometimes this will be zeroed out. So I'm going to show you exactly where to go to know what your rank will be. You're going to go to rank report to actually see what your actual rank will be. Okay. So this says to basically become a platinum 150, this account needs 3 customers to become a platinum 150. Okay. And then this tells you this every Monday, this is where it's going to be paid off of. Okay, so you see qualified group volume. The only volume that can count towards my next rank. Remember I talked about 696? So Obviously, the only volume that's going to count towards my next rank of Platinum 600 is qualified volume of 696. That's what that's showing me right there. Okay, so that's what's qualified for the next volume. Then once I hit Platinum 600, the next one is going to show you the qualified volume for that leg if I'm maxed out on it. Basically, this one leg is giving me the total that I'm maxed out on that leg. Okay, now what I want you to watch, if you're already in IBO, what you need to make sure that you have every Monday, at minimum, you should be logging into your account before Monday midnight, Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Your rank needs to be closed out here. Can't tell you how many people call me and say, Randy, I didn't receive a paycheck because this, that, and that. And I'm like, go to your rank report. They send me the rank report. I'm like, see, you're unranked here. Your personals dropped. Okay. So whatever rank you're here on this bold letter is what you're going to be paid for the next Friday. So not the 11th or the 4th, but a week, about 10 days from this point is when you'll be paid. Not this Friday, but the next Friday. Okay. You'll be paid for this rank right here. So always look at the ranks. Unilevel. Okay, Unilevel is going to give you pretty much all of your personals. Okay, that's what Unilevel is going to give you. And then your placement is what you want to look at. This is where you're going to build from. So you have a graph view. The graph view is still not that good. It will show you your 3 legs. But here's how you're going to see if you're building straight down. Okay, if it has a plus sign next to it, don't ever take this number. We're talking about placement. You see this number? If it has a plus next to it, unless you want to give this person a second leg or a third leg, never take that number and put it in the placement number up here. You want to build straight down. So if I want to build straight down, I would go here and I would keep the pluses until it expands all the way in. Okay? That's what I would do. Okay? So build straight down. So if you go, let's say I go here. And let's go to my sister here. I want to go here. And I'll build straight down on one of her legs. All right, so this is the last person here. Okay, so I'll take that person. This is the last person on the leg. Copy that, and I'll put them in the number here. And that will be me building straight down in one line. Otherwise, you create it. Let's say I didn't do that in, let's say, Lashona. Okay, I take that number and then I will build a second leg for her. So I don't want to do that. I want to build straight down. All right. And let's see what else. That's pretty much it. Rank report, Chairman Hall of Fame. These are going to be all, I hope that you choose to, hey, you want to get on this list, be a part of the Chairman Hall of Fame here. Get on this list, folks. Chairman 25, Chairman 10. There is a spot that is waiting for you on here. Okay? Then obviously we talked about my website. Okay, this is where you use a second referral link. And then lastly, Credit Wallet. I know we don't talk about this much. I haven't used it in a while. Credit Wallet. You can take your commissions and have some of your commissions go to your Credit Wallet. Know that your Credit Wallet is not money. It's what you can use to basically pay for memberships. So if you want to pay for a membership for a new person, you still go create new user. Right? Continue and then put their information in. And if you had credit there, you can actually pay for their membership. Right? Maybe if their credit card wasn't going through and stuff like that. You can also transfer credit to folks as well too. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's all I have for this session. Folks, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You can go as fast or as slow as you wanna go. What I do know is compressed time always wins. You already know that you wanna be a chairman in this company. You already have a list that's in front of you. Just go through the list, right? Just get it done. Just make it happen. That's it. So what I'll do is open up for quick questions, and I got to run. I got an appointment going. Are there any questions? I'm going to stop the recording here. But if you have any questions, feel free to type it in here, and I'll answer those questions for you.